Happy New Year and welcome. Hope all is well with you and your family. Well, this month we're going to be remembering and celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. Let's get started. Today we have Councilman Nathaniel Martin, who has served in his position for 27 years. Some of his projects and accomplishments include spearheading the project to give $10,000 to students in the East Cleveland School District at Shaw High School. He also is an advocate in promoting voting and civic engagement, not just in his community, but throughout Cuyahoga County. He works with older adults, and he promotes cohesiveness and involvement as it relates to building up communities and relationships. The current project that he's working on is Stop the Violence, Turn In Your Gun Buyback Program. You'll see more information in regards to that on our website. At this time, let's start with The Struggle Continues with Councilman Nathaniel Martin.
Thank you, Ms. Murray. Thank you very much. Thank you for your engagement in the community. Thank you for being involved in the library for many, many years. It's an honor to be in one of the best libraries in Cuyahoga County. I can go back historically with Director Reese, and we used to have jazz concerts and how it's expanded. And as I walked in today, I was really impressed with how clean it is. So it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to talk about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He was 39 when he was assassinated. He was in Tennessee dealing with sanitation workers to make sure that they got a decent wage. And unfortunately, someone with bad intentions did the wrong thing. Dr. King ranks as one of the top revolutionaries of the 20th century. He came up with a strategy that was dynamic, and that was nonviolence. He got that from Mahatma Gandhi, and he brought it here to make a difference in America. Both segregation in America and colonialism in Africa were based on the same thing, white supremacy and contempt for life. As you know, historically, we were slaves at one time in this country. And it took a long time. The Civil War didn't get it done. It took a long time for us to get our rights right. Even though it was in the Constitution, it was never exercised. We thought we won the Civil War, but Jim Crow, segregation, black code laws, and all that worked against us in the South, and not too much better in the North. Dr. King knew that nonviolence was an effective strategy. The nonviolent strategy was the strategy that he used to make a difference, to get us the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1965 Voting Rights Act. And I can bring it home to you how the impact it's had today. I can say to you that the Reverend Raphael Warnock, won his election to the Senate in Georgia. And I bring that up because Ebenezer Church is in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and that was the church that Dr. King preached at. And we made history today by electing the Reverend Dr. Warnock, Raphael Warnock in Atlanta, Georgia. He won the race, and it looked like the other person was going to win the race. But that couldn't be possible without the Voting Rights Act that was brought into fruition, or brought into reality by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And with the help of the President, Lyndon Baines Johnson, it became law and allowed us to vote. Even though the Civil War was over in 1865, it took another 100 years, 1965, before we got the voting rights that we should have had all along. It was Dr. King's revolutionary spirit that captivated more than 250,000 people in the March on Washington. If you can remember that, it's in books. You can get a video probably from the library, but he was able to bring 250,000 people to Washington for social justice, for justice for African American people, and that was profound. He didn't think he would get that many people, but you can tell God was in it. That's why I say the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King was and is a prophet of the 20th century. We benefit from what he did. Dr. King saw segregation and poverty as two sides of one coin. Dr. King's workforce society to ask questions about the meaning of freedom, social justice, freedom, social justice, privilege, and racial arrogance. King's call to action was infectious. He brought people from all over this country to try to make a difference for African Americans. Dr. King's life work challenged the nation to complete the unfinished work of democracy and discrimination. As I stand here as an elected official, and all the African Americans elected officials around America, Dr. King played a key role in it. The 1964 Civil Rights Act, the 1965 Voting Rights Act. We've benefited from the day. Not to be redundant, Raphael Warner, the pastor or minister at Ebenezer Church in Atlanta, Georgia, got elected senator, the first time in the history in Atlanta, Georgia. King had something to do with that. His spirit lives today. I'm going to close with saying this. It's all about action. If you are 18 and over, you must vote, because it starts there. That's where the rules are made. So we owe it to Dr. King to be engaged in our community, to vote, and to care about our people. I'm going to close with a quote from Dr. King, and I think this quote is on point. I think this quote is profound. That is, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. So we challenge to make things better for our neighbors. We challenge to make things better for the people that we love. We challenge to make things better for the kids that's going to be succeeding us. So we have a destiny in our struggle, and the struggle continues to be engaged, to be involved, and to care for our neighbor. So let it be written, so let it be told. I have spoken. Thank you.